Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nomasburg region. Sanctum Gamer here, and this is the 6th episode and we are moving along steadily. I want to thank you all for the support you're showing on the series. Special thanks to everybody who has chosen to support the channel on Patreon or on YouTube membership. Your support is highly appreciated. So we're starting off this episode. You saw me put down this main avenue, and the idea is that this main avenue is going to be sort of the main road that's going to connect a lot of the towns that will be on this side of the river, if that makes sense. And then the highway kind of sits on the other side. And starting off with a little road detailing with this awesome intersection marking tool. I absolutely love it. I mean, like how quickly it is to just set up these lines, set up these sort of no-go areas. It is an awesome tool. If you haven't used it, definitely go check it out. But yeah, we start off with this little intersection, and basically this main avenue that I've put down will be taking us to one of the major towns that will exist on the map, and we'll actually start working on parts of that in this episode. But for now, over here I wanted to build a little, I don't want to call it a rest stop because it's not really that big of a rest stop, just a petrol station that has a McDonald's restaurant in the back, so people, I suppose, a journey between the two towns or between towns on the map in general, or somebody who's taking on some long distance journey will stop here, fill up petrol, maybe even take a chill and just have a bite to eat before moving on. But yeah, it's just a little rest stop on the side of the road, nothing fancy. But what I wanted to do was to make it kind of, I suppose, look a little bit nice. So put down some detailing. And the ground here is actually not straight, it's kind of slopey, so I had to elevate it a bit, and I thought it would be cool to just have these rocks around it just to make it look like the rock sort of offers supports to the ground that they built all of this on. So it's not necessarily just people came and dumped a whole bunch of soil and sand here to elevate the ground, but it's something that could have been occurring naturally. And then in the back, I thought I would have a little play area behind the McDonald's, so parents can come, they can chill with their kids, allow the kids to sort of hit these slides, just chill and enjoy some fresh air, with the trees all around, the forestry. I'm sure it'll be a nice cool breeze blowing there. People can just relax. And yeah, this dirt path, I'm going to actually connect up this dirt path to this trail that we're going to be setting up in a bit. But I think I do that off camera, so yeah, just let you know so that if you do see it in the cinematics, it was done. And here we'll be starting off on the nature work. So what I wanted was to make the edge of this lake look kind of rocky. And I love these green mossy rocks. Now, I don't think this is fully realistic, but I love these assets. I love the way they look. So I thought I'll put these down and have some kind of story that says these are like naturally occurring green rocks in the area, and it serves as some sort of a tourist attraction to the Nomasburg region or something. And I just wanted some random story because I just wanted to use these assets. But around here, we'll basically just be focusing on nature work. We'll just have this one trail that meanders through the forest, and then just have all these rocks all over the place. And this is just meant to be like natural rocks. It looks like it's these major boulders that are formed over here, and sort of the area has preserved the natural look of this place and have banned any kind of development taking place. So the whole place is just wild, and people can just come take a walk through this trail and just enjoy nature. And that's basically the story around this whole place. So it's just going to be a lot of rock placing, a lot of trees. Everything is being done by hand because I wanted everything to shape up in a very specific way. And yeah, it's just detailing out this whole place. So I'm going to keep quiet and then allow you to just focus on the build, and then I'll come back in once we start working on this residential area, and I'll talk more a bit about that. All right, enjoy. Okay, so now we're starting on this residential area. But before that, that's the nature stuff is... I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff. I really feel at home when I'm doing nature detailing. Like, I absolutely love it. And I wish I could actually do that level of detail on the entire map without the game crawling to like a standstill. But in the little places where I can do stuff like that, I definitely will. But here is... so this is meant to work as... well, not work as, but this is meant to represent the outskirts of what will be one of the major towns that I have spoken about in the past. So just to, I suppose, the left of the screen is where the town is going to expand into. And this is like the outermost residential area of this town. And it's really just like every other one of the residential areas that we've built. It's got a few people that do some small, farming or gardening in their backyard. And it's nothing too wow, it's just a bunch of houses. And this actually took me a very long time placing these houses one by one. Like, but I just don't like zoning, so I am probably not going to zone. It's fine. The control that I get from placing each house one by one it's worth the pain. I think it is. Now, look, a lot of people have actually asked me whether I actually really build from this one camera angle. And the truth is, yes, I do it. I do move the camera from time to time just to, make sure that everything is placed properly. But whilst building, the camera is positioned in this one position. And I record basically everything from this angle. And the way I'm able to basically go back to the same position is I use a mod called the camera positions utility. And what it does is that it allows you to set specific points. And it's got a shortcut key that just allows you to return back to that point. So all I do is I set the point, I record, I move around and look, make sure everything is fine. And then I simply return back to that point. So yeah, I do record from this one angle, but I do move around just to make sure that everything is a-okay. And then last thing is I wanted something to kind of fit in with this whole nature build. And I thought what would be better than to build something that looks like a nursery of sorts. So I thought I would put that down here with a lot of, bushes and trees that are available that people can, that people can come and buy. It was hard actually finding, assets that I could use for this. But this default vanilla building I thought looked very nice. It fits in with the whole look. And then I used sort of the small trees, the small bushes, flowers that I've got to create sort of the different beds. This asset here, this greenhouse, I thought is a very nice asset, and it's got the whole transparent glass thing. So if from a different angle, you can actually see all the plants inside the actual building, and I thought it was a nice fit. So this works as this greenhouse that we have here, this nursery, and this is where they have sort of the smaller plants that they're just starting to grow. So they don't want it exposed to the natural elements just as yet. And then around here we'll have, other plants. So I got this like sunflower assets. I got a whole bunch of like roses and flowers and stuff that I just put down just to make it look like there are different beds, different types of flora that's being grown over here, which people can come and buy. So this whole area was just meant to be focused on sort of the smaller trees, smaller bushes, that kind of stuff. And then a bit further down we'll put slightly bigger ones. And then just wanted to make sure that around it, it's a nursery after all, so wanted to make sure that it stays green. It's got trees, it's got bushes, it's got all of these things going for it all around. And then just put down some smaller flower beds that I suppose people can come and buy flowers. And then this path that just kind of meanders its way throughout the entire nursery. So if you arrive, you can just walk easily between all the different beds, going to check all the different plants that are available. And this is actually quite a big nursery. Like the nurseries around where I stay are generally smaller than this. But I figured since this is kind of outside, this is outdoors, it makes sense that I can have, something quite a lot bigger. And I kind of went for that feel. This asset I got off the workshop. I can't remember who it was by, but I thought it was really awesome. I put an invisible path that goes right through it, so people actually walk through the building. It gives it a slightly more realistic look to it. And yeah, here we just put down all the beds, and then at the bottom I'll put down where the bigger trees will be that people can come and people can get. And yeah, that's pretty it. It's a nursery just to complete the whole area. So yes, that's it for my nature detailing build. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, we'll pretty much be calling an episode. So thank you all for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in the next one. Cheers.